You guys may have noticed that I've started to have a bigger appreciation once again towards these really cool value for money budget loadouts. So I have set myself a task that's probably my biggest hear me out in CS2 Loadout building right now, and I'm going to run you through it. And it's the biggest hear me out because of what you see on screen right now, because this entire loadout is built around racing green gloves, because you can get them in minimal wear for under $100, and they look pretty damn clean, especially when you pair them with a Forest DD-Pat knife, which in minimal wear will run you about $150. Now, I'm going to tell you about today's sponsor, and then we're going to run through this whole loadout. Now guys, if you're looking for a place to buy or sell your skins, then you should check out Skinland. Selling skins is super easy. Once you set your trade link, you can head over to Sell Skins and pick which skins you want to sell. During this, if you use code FOZZY during sign up, you will get a $10 bonus if you sell $100 of skins. You can see as I add items to sell, it tracks the value and the level of bonus being activated. Then click the preferred payment method, confirm trade, and get your money.
Show me the money.
One of the big benefits of using Skinland to buy skins is that the prices are considerably cheaper compared to the Steam market, meaning you get more value for money when building your loadouts. It's easy to deposit with a bunch of payment methods, and with Counter-Strike legend himself Fallen choosing Skinland, you know it's a great place to buy and sell your CS2 skins. Thanks to Skinland for sponsoring the video. And I think when you pair it with a CT agent like 2x McCoy, who only runs you $5.40, this comes together actually really well. Now for me, why did I go for Forest DD-Pat? It's because the green on it matches as close to possible to the green of the racing green gloves as you can, but also those brown elements on the handle kind of pair into the greeny brown that you get on the inside and like a line of the glove as well. So this combo, for the way, is under $250. You're getting a Nomad with some super slick animations, and you're getting minimal wear gloves. Now, there's still some scuffs there. I generated the basic pattern. I've looked at these on different marketplaces. You can definitely, for under $100, get ones that don't have those scuffs. Now, let's look at the T-Agent and the weapon skins. For the T-Agent, I'll be honest, I just want it clean, sleeveless, nothing crazy going on. I went for Phoenix, just over $5 at the minute. Goes to show how kind of messed up the pricing still is, but it doesn't break the bank too much for us. And there's a really obvious path for how I want to go down this loadout. You may already have a lot of the skins in mind, but let me go through it. You got a USB flashback for 72 cents. This skin has always been a budget-friendly pick for mine. I just really love all the different writing on it, and I think color-wise, obviously, it pairs quite nicely with these gloves. What you'll notice is we're not going to have perfect color pairings, but CS has limited options. That's not always going to be possible. As an example of this, we have the Warhawk for the Glock. Now, this is only 23 cents in minimal wear, so it's a real nice budget pick. It's actually the first Glock I picked up once I started playing CS again, and overall, I think it's going to lean in quite nicely for the loadout build. Now, anyone that's tried building budget green loadouts knows that there's a very massive lack of Desert Eagle skins. So for that, I've gone for the Cali Graffiti, mainly because it's actually quite a neutral skin that's more on those sort of brownie tones that pairs in with the palm of the gloves pretty well, and honestly, anywhere between Factory New to Battle Scar, this still looks good, but I went for the sweet spot of minimal wear for 26 cents. Now, AK-wise, I think the no-brainer is an olive polycam for 40 cents in Factory New. Factory New green AK that doesn't look absolutely dreadful for so cheap is so refreshing. I'm glad this got added into the game. Now, if you're someone that you're looking at this, you're like, okay, I'm happy to spend a bit more on my AK, then that's when I think you go for a Battle Scarred Outsiders AK. Believe it or not, this is Battle Scarred, and it still holds up pretty damn well, and cost wise you're talking like maximum of $8, so if you're happy to spend an extra $8, it's still going to come under $300 total cost, then this is pretty sweet. Now for the M4NS, you actually do have two picks that are pretty much bang on the same price. Once again, we have a flashback about 70 cents for minimal wear. I quite like pairing the USP and the M4 together here. It's also just genuinely one of the best picks here. If you wanted to go a bit more left field and maybe actually pair with the gloves better, you could go for a Vari camo. This is actually about 60 cents in minimal wear. I think this actually can work. We might actually have a use case for this skin. Things get a little bit more simple for the M4A4. This generation is definitely scuffed though, because I can see through this skin. This is very weird. You guys will definitely see this in the video too. Look at that. But either way, M4A4 H-Lord, I think $1.30 for this minimal wear. Pretty easy pick. Again, there's a lack of green M4A4s, so I think just going for like a more neutral color that kind of blends roughly with the palm color of the gloves, again, makes sense. Now, I was very close to picking an Op Mortis here, but you know what? I was like, I have to actually get creative and use something different. I've used a Worm God. Now, you can love it or hate it. I personally sit towards the more distaste side of things, but The closest green up you're going to get is an Aetheris. It's like $5 for minimal wear, and the green doesn't pair overly well, but we can get this like white, kind of weird, yellowy green color up that's budget, a bit different, and with all these new like custom placement crafts, you could probably do something super cool in the scope. For the MP9, I think a souvenir old roots in factory new for 30 cent is such a nice pick here. Actually does pair in pretty well color-wise, and overall the artwork in the old roots is like better than you might expect for the 30 cent price. It's this sort of loadout that lets me use some more like unique picks as well, like classic crate Mac 10 for 39 cent in factory new. There's just something about the classic crate play. These skins that play into like the past generations of Counter-Strike, I just think is really sweet. Now I've got a bit more expensive for the P250 because I've gone for a See You Later in field test, which is just over the $2 mark. I really didn't want to just use the basic cheap Real Forest here. You will probably pick up the P250 a decent amount, so I took the risk of spending a little bit more here. Oddly enough, it's actually our most expensive weapon skin. For the Jewel Briars, you can go for the Briar. These are like $1.05 for minimal wear, and again, they're just kind of, this is one that actually is like you're forcing it in and sort of pairing the colors of the gloves, and there's nothing else in that Jewel Briar category that would really fit. Speaking of not fitting, the 5.7, massive lack of options for suggestions here. It's for that reason I just went for the Silver Quartz. It's like 30 cent minimal wear. It's silver and neutral. We'll just have to run with it, alright? Bro, I'm actually loving the knife and glove combo for this. Something serious. It's unreal. But let's go back onto it. Vandal for my Get Ill. 90 cent minimal wear. This is definitely the best color pairing of the two. But there is a cheaper Get Ill you can now go for as well, which is the Envy, and it will run you about 30 cent in minimal wear. Personally, I prefer the Envy overall as a skin. However, I must admit, I think the Vandal pairs just that little bit better color-wise, so it's fully personal preference at that point. If we're being real, the FAMAS only has one option, and it is going to be the Miel 36, but thankfully, it's only 9 cent for minimal wear, so while we're forced into it, it's not going to break our bank, thankfully. Now, I would have said before that the Mag 7 lacked an option, but actually, the Sport and Field collection brought the Wildwood, which still isn't my favorite Mag 7 skin in the world. However, when it's 11 cent for minimal wear, the green kind of pairs together for it, and I actually kind of like the browns and bronzy accents for these gloves, so overall, it actually pairs pretty well. Speaking of like the browns and the greens, I think the Watchdog here is just going to be the best choice for the XM. Field tested, it is about 90 cent. You can see it holds up pretty well in the field test. Now, the green's not a perfect pairing, the brown's not a perfect pairing, but, you know, at some point with the CS2 loadout and the limitations, we just have to let some of them chill. One that I do think pairs pretty well, though, is going to be the Fubar Tech 9. Now, obviously, the very end of it has, I want to say fade, but that's really overselling it. Got that little tint of like that purple and the pink, then it goes into the camo, and then the wood. Overall, for 8 cent in field test, I actually really like how this comes together. Adding it to the list of options where there's a bit of a struggle is the AUG. I went for the Lux trim here, 25 cent min wear. Why? Because it's actually got scope design. It's got customization all over the skin. It's fully complete. That's one of the benefits of these new skins, and with that, I think it doesn't clash too much with the gloves. Again, it doesn't pair perfectly with the color of the palms of the gloves, but it's like on that same sort of color palette scale. Then we have an SG that I massively overlooked for like over a year while doing budget loadout builds. I never cared to look much at the Atlas, and then I realized again, I'm big on scope design, if you can't tell. It has the scope design, it's got the pattern and just the skin detailing all over it, and it's only 11 cent in minimal wear. So for these budget loadouts, especially for the green, it's such a good option. And as usual, to end it off with the Scout, I'm going to suggest the Necropus here, which is about $1/2 for minimal wear. There is no scope design here, unfortunately, but I do like the markings along it. I like how the handle changes. I like the hunt them down text on it. And for the price, it's pretty damn cool. Now, as I said, this loadout comes in under the $300 mark. The grand total cost, there's the rare animation, of this loadout is $271. Now, I know a lot of people don't like racing green gloves. That's fine. Maybe Forest DD-Pack isn't your favorite knife finish, but I just want to like put it down. You're paying less than $300 and you're getting minimal wear gloves. You're getting arguably a higher tier knife with the Nomad and the animations. It's super cool. And you're getting a complete loadout for every skin you need in the game. For under $300, some people struggle to find knife and glove combos alone for under that they even enjoy, and they end up being field tested, battered, stuff like that. So I think if you're in the market for something a little bit different, you're talking $300 budget, I think you should take inspiration for this and see what you can build, because I definitely want to do this more and just see if there's like these gem knife and glove combos that we're just really not appreciating enough. But that'll do enough waffling for me today. I want to say a big thank you to all the YouTube members that are continuing to support the channel. I've mentioned it in a couple of videos recently. We are starting to do videos where we build loadouts for viewers, and that is a priority for members. So if you want to get in that as soon as possible, plus finding out about the other perks, just check that join button down below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below, actually, of your favorite skin from this video. And if you want to see more like this, where I am going for the more unique knife and glove combinations. And outside of that, I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.